Hey, yo, it's the 3D right here on the SDH network. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Drew Dickinson. You know, it's been another one of those weeks, extremely quiet for a club like Manchester United as far as off the field news. I tell you before, I don't really feed into any of the rumors, any of the innuendo, if you will. There's only a couple of sources that I trust, and one of them being the club themselves. So when the club has an announcement or has something to say, I listen. Or if it's Fabrizio Romano, I take that as the gospel as well. But other than that, I don't feed into, oh, Ten Hag is going to be sacked. You know, Graham Potter's coming in, De Zerbi. I mean, we'll just the season's not even over yet, so let's just wait and see when it comes to that type of news. But you know, United are coming off yet another derby defeat at the hands of Manchester City this past Sunday. This time it was only, and I put in quotations, only 3-1. But what jumps out to me are the stats. They're absolutely incredible. Listen to this. Manchester City, 27 shots to Manchester United's 3. Manchester City, 8 shots on target. Manchester United, 1. Manchester City, 73% possession. Manchester United, 27% possession. This is the one that gets me. Manchester City, 801 passes. Manchester United, 305. So, of course, the score line is a lot nicer than the stat sheet. I tell you what, 8 minutes into that matchup, Andre Onana, who kept United in the game for the most part of 90 minutes, and, get on a little Onana soapbox, he has come on strong. The last month he's been one of the arguably the best, not just best goalkeepers in the Premier League, but one of the best goalkeepers in the world. It's just a shame that Champions League blunder happened. Anyways, I digress. Onana plays just what a beautiful ball from the back to the feet of Bruno Fernandes, who then lays it off to Marcus Rashford, who then delivers an absolute flippin' screamer, passes Ederson into the top left corner, and you really think, oh my God, he's back, we're back, Manchester is red. Not so fast. I can say with confidence that that was the only positive touch for Marcus all day, as as soon as he scored that goal, he missed 2 clear opportunities. And then, he just disappeared again. And I'll go more in depth on that here in just a minute. It's just a case of, and very simple. City are miles above United. They're miles above United. And Ineos, they have, Ineos, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co. They got quite the task on their hand, that's for sure. Now, back to the Houdini act for Marcus Rashford. And, it's not just him. There's others that, unfortunately have fell into this same disappearing act. I just really wonder, has Ten Hag lost them? Has he lost the boys? Their performance from the majority seem awfully familiar to Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's final months, days, weeks as manager. They've just given up on him. Reports say, or quote unquote leaks, players say that Ten Hag has done too much running. They went, too much running. I'm so damn sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of it. Look, a lot of it is on Eric. He refuses to change the problems that everybody sees. But some of these frauds have to look at themselves in the mirror. I'm so tired of blaming everything on the manager when these players lose the ball and put their head down and walk back. I could go on and on and on and on. But, they got to look themselves in the mirror. United can't keep sacking managers for the players' sake. The last thing I'll say on this, and I'll be completely honest, I really hope I hope they give Ten Hag more time. Just with the likes of Luke Shaw and Lisandro Martinez in that lineup, in that squad, it's a completely different team. So with a full healthy squad, I mean, Mason Mount hasn't played the entire season, it feels like. Neither has Tyrell Malacia. It's just been a blunder of injuries all season long. And, I hope, like I said, I hope Ineos give Eric more time, the full healthy squad. But, with that, with other, and just like other things, we will have to wait and see. Well, this weekend, tomorrow morning to be exact, 7:30 a.m. kickoff here in America, United are back at Old Trafford as they welcome in Everton. Everton and United have, I don't want to say quite the rivalry, but it's always fun when Everton come to town to play United at Old Trafford. So I know the boys will be up for it. Right now, United sit in 6th place. They played 27 matchups. They've won 14, lost 11, and only tied 2, which have just come recently. They have 44 points, and they are 11 points off Champions League spot from Aston Villa, and about 6 points off of the Europa League spot from Tottenham. And as far as Everton, they have won 8, tied 7, lost 12, and they have 25 points. It's just without the 10-point deduction that they received earlier in the year, Everton would be tied for 12th, almost an 11th place over Chelsea, tied for 12th with Fulham. So, I say it every week, but it's another must-win game for, not just United, but for Everton, as the bottom 3 are separated. Everton's in 16th with 25 points. Nottingham Forest is in 17th with 24, and beginning the bottom 3 is Luton Town with 20. So Everton have to win, as do United. Thankfully for Manchester United, they've defeated Everton in the last 2 games that these two teams have played. United have won 3-0 and 2-0, dating back to 2023, April and November of 2023. So it's a total of a 5-0 aggregate on the last 2 games that these two teams have played in favor of United. And I really don't see much changing as far as the result, because yes, United are suffering from the injury bug, as I mentioned before, but there's still too much for the visitors, Everton, to handle. Johnny Evans, he looks to be one of the only certain players that is out. Rumors that Marcus picked up a knock as well. We'll have to wait and see what the final determination on that is. But Johnny Evans looks to be out, so I would hope that Lindelof steps into that center back spot with Varane, not the left fullback spot. Let's see Dallo continue playing the best season of his career out on the right side, and I love Amrabat on the left, just a little bit more control than Lindelof, kind of easier, gives me a little bit of ease. Gives me a little bit of ease with Amrabat in the back, as far as Lindelof, who's more comfortable in the middle. I'm really hoping Mason Mount returns soon. Supposed to be the next week or so. We've been hearing that for a while, because I just think Bruno definitely needs a rest. He's played every single minute this season, I do believe. Who knows? Maybe Marcus Rashford shows up tomorrow. Magic trick. But, I think Alejandro Garnacho in specific, he's going to be fired up tomorrow, looking to score goals. We saw what he did last time out, just that amazing goal that he scored against Everton. I think United win 2-0. These are the games where Ten Hag needs to deliver. Home games against bottom of the table clubs. Old Trafford should be buzzing tomorrow, hoping the boys can feed off of it. And, let's just deliver a good performance for a change. A full 90-minute run, not the last 5 minutes of a half, and not the last 10 minutes of a game. And I hope they don't have their heads down from the City defeat, because, the score line was a lot more prettier, like I said, in the stat sheet. So that's really the only thing to take out from the City game. And like I just said, they played incredible the first 10 minutes of the game, the last few minutes of the first half, and really came on towards the end of the game. But it was just too little too late, as, Holland and Phil Foden were just too much. And I'm hoping that Calvert-Lewin doesn't have the game of his life at Old Trafford like everyone tends to do. Jordan Pickford's going to, because every goalkeeper who plays at Old Trafford, it's their World Cup final. So that's not going to be an issue for Everton. So let's just hope United come and ready to play. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's edition of the 3D. Hope everybody has a great weekend and enjoy all the soccer. We'll talk to everyone next week, and we'll send it back over to you, John.